and agree and go with it like that, and you have peacefulness in this dunya and the day you're going to meet Allah Ta'ala. This is the choice. Your choice must not feature here. Your ornament should be within your home. For the specified people we have recited now, your husband, you can wear anything. Subhanallah, you can do almost a flimsy thing that you can see through in front of your husband. And of course, dress well in front of your children so that you give them good examples by the time they go out, they know what they dress. Because you are going to be asked about your home, you the woman. It is the woman that makes the home. It is the woman, her attitude towards her husband and everything she does in the home will have influence on the family itself and the children who are going to be the leaders of tomorrow in the society. If you are truthful, the children will be truthful. Automatically it will come to them. Whatever you do, you're going to see it in your children. They are going to do it. Even when you do it when they were not born, they are going to do it. So this is what was required of women till the end of that verse. And then as women, we said about them, and the Prophet ﷺ was told by his wives and his children also to adhere to that. First himself, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah commanded him with his household. And they also take it up. And today the husband, perhaps he doesn't even play the budget in the morning. So whatever you dress, he is also proud to say, this is my wife. And he calls those that are not have haram to come and greet madam. And they shake her also, subhanallah. And all this is Islam. And you see a woman hugging her husband's friend. That is, if we don't correct this thing, we can't stay here and start talking about the ayah and verses of Allah, which we do not bring it into our life as well. We must bring them into our life, whether we like it or not. The life of our children and the life of ourselves. I don't know if I'm talking, I have said the truth and we talk too much and we teach her too much. And, okay. This is better. And after, it was narrated from Sophia radiallahu anha that Aisha radiallahu anha, may Allah be pleased with her, used to say when these words were revealed and to draw their veils all over juhubihinna, which we just said now, all over their bodies, faces, necks and bosoms. They took their izars, that is the garment I was talking about, and tore them from the edges and covered their faces with them. And some people will tell you, and they say they should cover face. Where is the most attractive place of a woman? Even before her bosom. Okay, these questions are asked here, even in Arab, as so many people have asked us in a taxi. It's a taxi driver who doesn't know much about the deen. And he's an Arab. He will say, what is this thing that you people are putting in the face? Is it in the Quran? He said, yes, it's in the Quran. And here is an authentic hadith now. Yani confirming that yes, it is in the Quran. Cover their faces with them. Bukhari narrated this. If you go to chapter 4481, the following version also narrated by Abu Dawud, 4102. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased on Muhajirin, the women who migrated with the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They drew their veils and they did the same immediately. They tore the thickest of their aprons, the kind of garments they used at that time, and covered their faces with them. Somebody will come, you put on the niqab, you put on the hijab, you are not even free. You say, Hajia, you are looking beautiful. Hajia, how I wish I can see your face. Although I'm seeing your eyes, you look beautiful, you are going to be beautiful. It's covered by niqab. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Then you think you'll be free. How much more when you put all the ornaments you have in your home? The verses, and then draw the veils, jubihinna, that is body, faces, necks, was that they were to cover their faces, and that they tore their garments and covered their faces with them. In obedience to who? To the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the verse. The verse is still here, and we are still here.
They did the same to obey Allah. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم.
ذلك خير وأحسن تأويلا.
You see, that verse confirmed that this is obligatory. And Allah is saying, if actually, conditionally you believe Allah in the last day, follow it. Allah said in many places, because we have desires so much as human beings. So many of us follow the desires. The whimsical desire is to tell you to do it, that Allah sees your heart, that you fear Allah, and you are praying 5 times, and you used to give sadaqat, and you used to do fasting. So what is wrong if I do this one? Subhanallah. That would be the one that will render all your acts as useless. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أَفَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّبَعَ هَوَاهُ بِغَيْرِ هُدًى مِنَ اللَّهِ. ذكرتي من اتخذ إلهه هواه بغير هدى.
أفرأيت من اتخذ إلهه هواه وأضله الله على علم وختم على سمعه وقلبه وجعل على بصره غشاوة فمن يهديه من بعد الله أفلا تتذكرون.
So if you want to please your desires, this is the verse for you. Allah said, أَفَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهَهُ هَوَاهُ. Did you see who has taken his desires as his God? Because it's only God that commands you and you follow. But here your desires commands you and is bigger than God who created you. أَفَرَأَيْتَ. Do you see he, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, يُخَاطِبُ الرَّسُولُ sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, do you see who has taken his desires as his God? وَأَضَلَّهُ اللَّهُ. Since you have decided to follow your desire, Allah said, and I led you astray. وَخَتَمَ عَلَى سَمْئِهِ. Then Allah said, I put a seal in his ear. وَقَلْبِهِ. And his heart was sealed. So can you talk to such a person and he listens to you? He said, leave them, mutatarrifin, extremists, fundamentalists. They have gone too far with it. But you can't quote one ayah to bring and back it up with what you say. The kalima you say will go into Jahannam 70,000 times. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. أَفَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهَهُ هَوَاهُ وَأَضَلَّهُ اللَّهُ وَخَتَمَ عَلَى سَمْعِهِ وَقَلْبِهِ. And Allah said, مَنْ يَهْدِيهِ بَعْدَ اللَّهِ. Who will make him to go a straight path besides Allah again? Nobody. As a result of that, nobody gives some certain people advice. They will never take it. It is all about them. It is all about their desires. And they find that they should just give Allah what is due to Allah, like the Christian says in the Bible. Give Paul what is due for Paul, and give Jesus what is due for Jesus. When Paul himself came into the scene after the demise of Jesus Christ, if we read about the whole story, he was persecuting his followers initially. And then when he came on board after the demise of Jesus Christ, he said, I feel I should write this as well. And he wrote what he wanted to write in the Bible. And you are going to compare the Christianity with Muslims? That's subhanallah. Hasha lillah. This is after 1400 years ago. It is still the same. When Allah's Apostle sallallahu alaihi wasallam came, see one Sahaba reading from the verses of Injil, he said, what are you reading? The Prophet looked at it and he saw it was the book of Injil. He said, Wallahi, walladhi nafsi biyadi. By the one whom my soul is in his hands, if Jesus Christ is here to do, he has no choice than to follow me. And why are we trying to be apologetic to the Christians or to follow their ways of life? كان الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم ضد كل ما يفعله المشركين. The idolaters, the shirka, the Christians and all the rest, what have you, the Jews, he used to do the opposite of whatever they do to establish his oneness of Allah in his heart and to make intisar, to exemplify his ways of life. If they're eating with the left hand, he eats with the right hand. If they're eating on the table, the Rasulullah put the food on the floor. They know them right from Medina. They were there. The Christians were there. They are now fighting to take Medina and say it's theirs. Because let me tell you, digress a little bit with the story. During the time the Rasulullah was in Medina, and a feast was organized, and the food was brought, and meat, and so many things. And the Prophet ﷺ perceived something. He's the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abi wa ummi ya Rasulullah. And he called all, said, bring all the Jews for me and the Christians. And they came. The Jews, they are the more in Medina. So he said, if I ask you something, will you tell me the truth? They say, Ya Aba Qasim, we will tell you the truth. He said, who will enter the hellfire? They say, Ya Rasulullah, we will enter first, then after that you people with the Catholics. In the hell, the Muslims will enter. After they have entered and they are removed, you Muslims will enter. He said, Kadabta, you have told a lie. Just now you say you are going to tell me the truth. Okay, if I ask you again something, will you tell me the truth? He said,